Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Yo Yashraddhaha Sa Eva Saha. Srimad Bhagavad Gita tells, whatever is our Shraddha, that we are. It's a very simple rule. Suppose I think myself to be husband, nothing wrong, but then be prepared to be miserable. Suppose I think myself to be a body, nothing wrong, be ready to die. No problem. Suppose I think myself to be a soul, a jiva, nothing wrong, but then be prepared for transmigration. If you feel that sin will take to hell and merit will take to heaven, then commit the sins and go to hell, or commit the merits and go to heaven. Yoya Shraddha Sa Eva Saha. Shraddha is a blind faith. And faith is always blind. See? We have not seen the last life. We have not seen the next life. Neither we have seen the gods, nor we have seen the heavens or the hell. But we believe it. See? Forget about that. We only with a blind faith believe, accept that this lady is my mother. You don't know. You don't remember where from you are dropped in this world. You don't know. Then after accepting that lady as my mother, then I further have super duper faith that this man is my father. So yoya shraddha sa eva saha. Whatever is our shraddha, whatever we feel, we take ourselves to be, according to that will be our life. So where lies the solution of all the problems of life? You change your way of accepting yourself. Okay. And once we understand this principle, then we will see that the choice lies 100% with us. It is something like, miseries we can blame to others. I am miserable because of someone or the other. Agreed. But then, I am miserable because of my choice. Miseries can be attributed to somebody or something. But miserable we are by our choice. So if we have to choose, decide what you want to choose, to be miserable or not to be miserable. With this understanding, let us try to understand how this principle, yoya shraddha sa eva saha, that we have to apply in our life and make the best of our life. Don't go into the past. We Indians have got that very bad habit. All the time going in the past. See? In our Mahabharata, in our Ramayana, forget about Ramayana and Mahabharata, what is today? That is important. But instead of living in today, we are all the time living only in the past, which has no meaning for us. See? Therefore, when we take ourselves to be a particular type of person, the quality of life will be different. If we take another type of person, the quality of life will be different. And all this is based on only blind faith. One example I'll give you. There was one movie I saw many years before when I was small. And the movie was, there was Hindu-Muslim riots. Hindus came, killed lot of Muslims. So the neighbor was a Hindu lady, and there was a small child in a cradle. So she lifted that child to protect, and people came, killed her parents and everything, and went away. Now this small baby, she was brought up by this Hindu lady, and nobody knew it other than her. Now the child grew up into an adolescent, 18, 20 years of age, and again the riots broke. So this fellow started with the weapon in the hand, I'll go and kill the Muslims. So that time this mother reveals, before you do, please listen, the truth. You are born of Muslim parents. Nobody knows this except me. You are brought up by me. She tells the whole story. So, you think you are a Hindu and want to kill the Muslims, but by birth you are a Muslim. Now you decide what you want to do. See? Exactly the same way. When we think ourselves to be, I am most unfortunate, then what will you do? Instead of working hard, you will go to temple. Work hard. That is important. We work hardly, and our temple going is nothing but simply signing an MOU. We go to the God and tell, dear God, you have got infinite energy but no desires, man. All your energy is wasted. Then, I have got infinite desires but no energy. My desires are not fulfilled. Then, let us sign an MOU. My desires and your energy, let us invest together. Your energy is useful and my desires are fulfilled. Devotion Maharaj ki jai. See, friends, let us first decide as to what we are. So we start with where from we are. Like when you punch your GPS, it shows where you are. Then the destination, and then the path. So where are we? We are lost in this world. Stones and bricks, possessions and relations. This is where we are. So our GPS journey begins from this point. Now if you see any old man, if you want to please an old person, which is an impossibility, yet your try should be there. So you ask the old man like me about their past and don't listen. If you listen, you get mad. Don't listen. And the old man doesn't care whether you listen or not. He got the chance to talk. That's the only thing. About the old people, I have learned this thing in this country only. Many years before, in 80s. I first time wanted to know what this country is like. So I went to one hospital as a volunteer. And I was told, go to bed number 13 and there is a lady and spend 1 hour, your duty is that. I went, now a typical Indian, Amma, I'm not your mom, please. First shock in my life. Then I said, how are you? Who is at home? Your children? You have no business to enter in my personal life. Second shock I got. Then she said, you are here as a volunteer, is it not? You are supposed to listen to what I talk. I said, okay, start. And she started talking. See? I got a dog, oh so cute. And he does this, he does that, And he cannot sleep without me. No, I am all the time worried how he must be sleeping without me. There is nobody to give him a company. So for her, she is a dog's mother. Yo ya shraddha sa eva saha. The whole life will be only dogamay, not godamay. It will be dogamay. Now such a person, when he or she is constantly thinking about dog, at the time of death also, she will think only about that dog. See, I don't know what will happen to my dog, and she dies. So the last thought is the dog's thought. Again, Bhagavad Gita tells, yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyajatyante kalevaram. Whatever is the last thought, that thought makes your blueprint for the next life. Now this lady, Dogame, when at the time of death, if she had the last thought of the dog, what will be her next life? Wow, 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 wow. Nothing else. See, friends. Therefore, let us decide who we are. The first thing we have to do is start your journey from where you are. Be attentive. When we started from Arun's house, what is the journey? We went away from that place and destination was Lakshmi's house. We came nearer to Lakshmi's house. This is the journey. In the same manner, where are we presently? In the possessions and the relations of the past. So what will be our journey? We start going away from possessions, away from relations. And how can we go away from possessions and relations? Only by thought. See, the more we think about any particular thing, we are closer to that. So what should be done? Decide the first step in your spiritual journey, that we are not going to talk about our possessions and we are not going to talk about our relations. Whenever we talk to others, observe this. Whenever we talk to others, we always talk about our past. I was here, I was there, I had done this thing, I had done that, we had this thing, we had that thing. And other people are not interested in our past. See, our children suffer the most because of the Indian parents. All the time the same thing. Back home when we were there in our childhood, we never used to get the new pants, we had to get the inherited pants from the first brother. And now you children want so many clothes, I don't know why for. See? In one house this was happening, a South Indian house, Tamilian. In Delhi it happened. When I went to their house, the moment I entered, that old man was sitting, the wife was making breakfast or something for me, and the children were not seen. But the moment I entered, I felt tension over there. So to break it, I said, hey, come on, where are the kids? Come on, kids. Swami, they are in their room. So I went to their room. I said, hey, why don't you come? What is there to talk? Again the dad will start, when we were children. I am fed up of that, when we were children. I said, come on now, he will not talk. So they came. I said, hey, did you buy that latest jeans which has got a zari border? The latest fashion. So they looked at the father. New jean, forget about it. Immediately dad will start. When we were children, we never used to get so many pants in a year. We used to get only one pant in 4 years. Like that, when he really started, the child became very smart and angry. He said, Dad, enough is enough. I said, why, what happened? Your dad was damn poor. He could not afford anything. My dad can afford, why are you jealous? See, friends, one of the spiritual practices is don't bring your past in the present and destroy the joy of the present. You cannot be happy yesterday. You cannot be happy tomorrow. You can be happy now and here. Now see how simple it is. Take one experiment. 237 days before, what did you have for breakfast? 2037 days. Started mind working? Or another, after 69 days, what dress you will put on? Again, 16, how many days? And now, here you are. Out of these three things, which is effortless? Remaining here, remaining now, is an effortless experience. Effortlessness in life is God realization. Our whole life is a struggle. We are constantly struggling to prove something to somebody. Our only problem is we do not want what we want to prove to whom. And who cares for us? See, friends, remain in the present. You don't have to give up anything. You don't have to separate from your relations. Only this simple practice. Don't bring your past in the present. But then what should we talk? It is not necessary to talk. See? But once you get a habit of talking about your past, it is impossible to keep the mouth shut. One example I'll give you. There is one teacher in Bombay. She has been a Montessori or primary school teacher throughout her life. And then she retired. So one day she phoned me. She said, Swami ji, how are you? So I replied, Mamma ji, I'm all right. Again she said, Swami ji, why do you talk like that? I said, because I am talking to a Montessori teacher. Whole life she has spent talking to children in that tone. So to anybody she talks, she cannot talk normal. That has become default setting. Exactly the same way. Once we have this habit of talking about our past, anywhere you go, you plaster everybody's mouths and start talking. See? And the net result is, we are not in the present. See? Now take this simple thing. We started at 10 o'clock. So, those who came at 10 o'clock, should we respect them or should we respect those who are yet to come? Think. Suppose I invited somebody and other person came. Oh, Swami, how are you? I just came to see you. I say, okay, please come and sit down. Instead of talking to him, I again go out and watch outside whether he has come or not. Again I come back. I say, how are you? You are fine, isn't it? Wait a minute. Again I go outside. Then he said, what is the problem, Swamiji? I said, no, some important person is arriving. That means you are not important. Respect the present. And to arrest our digression in the past, there is one simple technique, very simple technique, not difficult at all. The technique is, before we talk to anybody on any topic, ask a question to yourself. Is it necessary to talk? %99% you will get an answer, not necessary. I should not say, but our neighbor's daughter-in-law is far better than our daughter-in-law. Hare Maharani, when you know, I should not say, why don't you keep your mouth shut? See, friends, one example I'll give you. This happened in Delhi. One Punjabi lady, elderly one, She says, Swamiji, I got a problem at home with my daughter-in-law. I don't know what to do. I said, nothing can be done. Like diabetes cannot be cured. You have to take insulin and live with diabetes. In the same manner, you have to live with your daughter-in-law and diabetes both start from D. And you have to live till death, again D. No choice. So what you do there, you take the pills or injection. Here also you take the pillow and sleep. Nothing can be done. Then she told me the story of her life. Swamiji, you see that I am very beautiful. I said, even a donkey's baby is beautiful when it is small. What next? See, my son is also very handsome. But he found out one girl with whom he wants to get married is so average. She is nowhere near even 1/1,000,000th of his stature and all that. Neither she is good looking, nor she is tall matching to his height, nor she is good in her health. And he wants to marry her. So I told him, can't you find someone better than this one? But he got married to her. Now anything that happens in our house, it is raining very heavily outside because I am not beautiful like you. Anything I utter, one word in our house, reply is only this thing. Because I am not beautiful like you. She said, listening my own sentence, she is not beautiful like us. I have heard it million times. Anything happens, America attack Afghanistan, because I am not beautiful like you. There was an earthquake in Japan because I am not beautiful like you. Look here. You said, I get mad when I listen that statement. I said, you made her mad. What is the reason? Because you could not keep your mouth shut. See, friends, this is one of the most important spiritual practice. Before we talk to anybody on any topic, just try this. Is it necessary to talk? Then you will come to know, whenever we talk to others, we talk only about two things: our possessions and our relations. Now try to talk without bringing your possessions and relations. Try to talk. Nothing to talk. Because to talk you require some subject. There is no subject. All the time Malgudi days. Have you seen Malgudi days? When we were children, who cares? See, friends. And then we say, our children don't respect elders. What is there to respect in us? Because we are grown in age. What is our contribution? If we are grown up, what we have done? It is the poor earth running around the sun and we are growing in age. Look the tragedy. We have zero contribution in our growth. If we really can grow, we can grow wise. There our contribution. And Vidwan Sarvatra Pujate. And wise people are respected everywhere, throughout the world. Wisdom is our own achievement in life, not the past. See, friends. In this manner, when we become aware that our journey has begun from the past with the possessions and relations, we have to drop them, then only journey has started. In journey, you leave the earlier place, go to the next place. So in our spiritual path, we leave the possessions and relations, we leave the past. And how do we do that? Do not talk about it to anybody on any topic. If somebody asks again and again, bluff. See? Like one day I was in Calcutta, one Marwadi house. So when I reached there was an old man, maybe Dadaji, Nanaji, somebody. So he came with the stick in the hand and every purja moving. Swamiji, where from you have come? First dumb question. So now you can't say anything to old people, you have to answer. So looking at him and the house, I knew they are Krishna devotees. So just to please them, I said, I have come from Vrindavan. Immediately life came in. Oh, you are from Vrindavan? I said, yes. Then, second statement, Vrindavan has changed so much in last 40 years. Is it not? I said, Babaji, please come. I took him near the sink where we wash the hands, and there was a beautiful mirror. I said, look into the mirror. 40 years before, the fellow was the same. He also changed. Now, what do we achieve by these statements? The world is changing too much. There is too much of traffic jam. Indians are not responsible. All these are drawing room talks which have no meaning. The more you talk, the more you go in the past. Like the more you study, more difficulties. Less you study, less difficulties. Don't you study, no difficulties. That is why I have no difficulties, no studies. See, friends. So once we take this as the spiritual practice, then our understanding about ourselves will start slowly changing. Presently, our understanding is, I am somebody born somewhere, and then there were no opportunities in India, there was no food in India, therefore I migrated to USA, because India people are dying without food, millions of them. I came. That is my understanding about myself. So, the first step, drop your past. And when you drop your past, then question comes, really, when I was a child, now see, be attentive. When you leave things, how we should interact with the leftover things. When I was a child, such a cute body, such a sweet one, everybody used to come and pick me up, hug me, kiss me, take me in the lap. Now why people avoid me, I don't know. I am the same. See. Now one homework for you. Where that small cute little body has gone? Where it has gone? We don't have the experience that we have changed the body. Do we have? But is it the same body? Where that body has gone? Start working. Then the teenage came. All gundagardi. That also has gone. Where that body has gone? So when the childhood body has gone, did we mourn? No. On the contrary, every child has a dream. When I am grown up. And oldies, they have the other dream. हम भी अगर बच्चे होते, नाम हमारा होता डब्लू बबलू, खाने को मिलते लड्डू, और लोग कहते हैप्पी बर्थडे टू यू. Every oldie has a dream to return back to the childhood. Therefore, they are again born. See, friends. So where all those bodies have gone, we don't care, we don't brood, we don't feel bad about it. Exactly the same way. This old body, let it go anywhere, why worry? Have we ever worried what happened to the child body? What happened to the teenage body? What happened to the middle-aged body? Then why worry about this wretched old body? Get rid of it. Yo ya shraddha sa eva sa. If we accept that bodies are constantly changing, but I have never changed, this unchanging reality is the truth that I am. Change this, your own shraddha. You cannot be the body. The day you take this step, you have dropped your total possessions and total relations. all possessions and relations are valid only with reference to our gross body identification. In one of my life, I was a girl. And I got married like every dumb girl. And in India, the technique is adopted by Americans. In India is get married to a boy and get the in-laws free. Buy one mattress and get 2 pillows free. So every daughter-in-law gets the in-laws free. Anything which comes free is unwanted and occupying the unwanted, important storage space. Therefore, it is taken out. In the same manner, these in-laws came in my life. And they were so terrible. So I used to every day think, oh God, why these in-laws are troubling me? Why they are like that? Constantly asking questions. One day God said, stop asking questions to me. Investigate where from they have come in your life. Then I started sitting in meditation. And one day God revealed me, my dear girl, these in-laws have come to you only after your marriage to that boy. Yes. So what is the solution? Get rid of the boy. So I got rid of that boy, divorce. After I divorce, what sadhana I have to do to get rid of the in-laws? How they came in my life? Because I was identified with one boy as a husband and wife, is it not? The moment I drop that, in-laws gone. Apply this principle. When we are identified with the body, then only we have got possessions and relations. When we disidentify as in deep sleep, in deep sleep we have no possessions, we have no relations. Upanishad very clearly tells, Tatra mata amata bhavati, Tatra pita apita bhavati. In the deep sleep, we are neither mother, father, brother, husband, wife, children, nobody. And all these bodies are born the moment we are identified with the body. So who is carrying the burden of the past? Is only the body identification. So when we are living in identification with the body, then we are living as the body, for the body, on everybody. See, friends, what should be the spiritual practice therefore? Let us stop living as the body, but let us start functioning through the body. Now see, friends, and on the GPS we get now and then instruction. Now such and such road is coming after 1.2 kilometers and take a left turn. In the same manner, on the spiritual journey, the first instruction is come to realize that after body identification alone, the whole samsara is born. Therefore, the first step of spiritual life is drop body identification. Then how do we live? We start living through the body and no more live as the body. See. When this becomes deeply ingrained in our understanding, then our knowledge about ourselves will slowly start changing. Now we will be no more man, woman, young, old, beautiful, awful, educated, uneducated. No, we are working through the body. We are no more body. Now this is one technique, try. Whatever you are doing is perfectly all right. Every day when everything is over, you are all by yourself. Doesn't matter whether you are in front of God or in your bed, doesn't matter. Or even in toilet, doesn't matter. There start playing this. What it is like being other than the body. Work on this. I am not telling you to do meditation. Never do meditation. You will get a headache. Don't get lost in that meditation, funny things. Just start playing. Comfortably sit, maybe with a cup of tea, comfortably. What it is like being other than the body. What is the meaning of the statement? Work on it. Like if you touch the live wires, you get a shock. So what is the meaning of the statement? Meaning you will not touch it. And if you touch, these are the consequences. In the same manner, remaining someone who is living through the body means what? To start working on it. The first thought will come to you will be, is it possible that we can live without the body? Now start analyzing your experience. In the deep sleep, we are not identified with the body. But are we not living? Nobody experiences death in deep sleep. Still live. And therefore we say in the morning when we get up, I had a good sleep. So unless you have experienced that good sleep, you cannot make a statement. That means although we were not identified with the body, yet we continue to live. Similarly, in the dream we experience good and bad dreams. The dream is not experienced by this body. The dream body is different, but yet we continue to live. Therefore, now start working on this. What it is like living without the body. What will be the meaning of this statement? Instead of asking what to do, you find out, discover. Then you will come to know one by one. Living other than the body means all the attributes of the body do not belong to me. Like, I am other than this jar. What does it mean? It means whether there is a cold water or hot water in the jar, it doesn't touch me. When the jar is broken, I don't get broken. Because other than me. In the same manner, now start playing. What it is like being other than the body. One by one, you will get directions from within. First, other than the body means body has a shape, a form. Other than the body means no shape, no form. Now start playing. What is that which is without shape, without form? So we come to know that the space is without shape, without form. So let us start playing space. The space has no beginning, no middle, no modification, no end. Is it not our experience? We have no experience of birth, no experience of modification, no experience of death. Then who is born? Who modifies? It is the body that is born. It is the body which is undergoing all the changes. It is the body that drops. We remain the same. This is spiritual life. Work on yourself. All other things that we do, Ganti Bajao, do it. It's good for entertainment. But the real spiritual life is this. Start working on yourself. Then after body identification only, there are many bodies born. Man, woman, young, old, brother, mother, father, sister, husband, wife, in-laws, outlaws. And who are miserable? These guys who do not exist. See, friends, can we show the husband separate from the man? Can we show the wife separate from the woman? How much time, energy, effort it takes for a wife to come to know that she is a woman? That much time and effort it takes to know you are divine. Yo yashraddha sa eva sa. So it is only out of blind faith only we think we are man, we are woman. We think we are husband, wife. We think we are mother, father. If we have to blindly accept something, why not we blindly accept that I am divine and start playing that role? And what will the divine role? Divinity expresses in three ways. First, Sat, live and let live. Chit, don't cheat and don't get cheated. Ananda, be happy and don't make others miserable. This is all. And this is possible, friends, for every one of us. There is no age bar. There is no qualification required. So we started from our journey from the world of possessions and relations. Then we decided to leave it, then only we can progress further. So to leave that, we don't talk about our past. So slowly it gets erased. And we come to a quality of the mind. Then the quality of our mind is like a mirror. Mirror reflects everything, rejects nothing, at the same time retains nothing. Therefore, mirror doesn't have history. Mirror doesn't have the past. See? Suppose any one beautiful girl like you goes and stands in front of the mirror doesn't say, hey honey, hang around a little longer. No. And when a useless fellow like me goes and stands before the mirror doesn't say, hey, get away, next. No. In the same manner, the quality of our life will change. Dukkheshu anudvignamanaha, sukheshu vigataspruhaha, vitaraga bhayakrodha, stitadihi muni uchyate. Then with the miseries, we will not violently react. With the comforts, we will not be extremely attached. The result will be stitadihi, our wisdom will remain steady. Steadiness in wisdom is spiritual practice. Doesn't matter whether your body is steady or not. Wisdom has to be steady. See, friends, and for that we have to start consciously working on our mind. Now this is another most important aspect of spiritual life. Please understand this. All what you are doing is true. It is good. It is right. But that is not all. Take an example. I have 4 children. Eldest one is in studying for doctorate. Second one is in graduation. Third one is in class 7. Fourth one is in KG1. So when I say this thing, do I mean that I am condemning the child, youngest one? No. When I say the first son is in doctorate, do I mean I am glorifying him? These are the stages through which all of us have to go in the same manner. First of all, be good, do good, don't hurt anybody, serve everybody. KG1, KG2, KG3. All required. But that is not all in life. There is much more. See, friends, early to bed and early to rise is required. But that is not all. In the old age, you don't have any problem of getting up early in the morning. Why, Because whole night there is no sleep. So early in the morning getting up is never a problem. And therefore such old people always become jealous about the youngsters and scold them. Still sleeping, get up, get up. Why? Because I am not getting sleep and you are sleeping. Jealousy. See, friends, that is not all. After that, we focus our attention on something higher. Till date, we have been living. What difference it makes, whether we were in this world or not. When we were not in this world, it made no difference. When we will leave this world, there will be no difference. If you don't agree, leave and see. So when our earlier absence and posterior absence makes no difference, the present, what difference it makes? But for us, konyosti sadrusho maya. We feel, who is like me? Without me, the world cannot move. Bhagavad Gita says, Uddhared atmanatmanam natmanam avasadayet. Atmaiva atmano bandhu atmaiva ripuratmana. We are in this world only for spiritual evolution. All other things are secondary. Like when we go and take food on a dining table, the most important thing is the food. It doesn't matter whether the plate is golden or silver, or it is a leaf, whether it is the candlelight dinner or a beautiful light or a fragrance. These are secondary things. Food should be good. See? There was an old couple. The lady always was experimenting on her husband. Different dishes. And that poor fellow has to suffer. One day evening she said, darling, tonight we are going to have a candlelight dinner. A surprise for you. Come. So old man went there. He saw everything. And he said, this is the dish I made for the first time in my life. That means you are a guinea pig. And then she asked, what do you like the most today of so many things? I was looking at it. I like the candles. When on the dining table you like the candles, that means the food is horrible. In the same manner, in this life, if we have everything, but if we are not taken care of our evolution, life is totally wasted. See, friends. Yo ya shraddha sa eva saha. There is only one purpose. In this very life, we must become an instrument through whom the divine principle expresses in full glory. Everything else must wait. Then we really mean business on the spiritual path. See, friends. And for this purpose, so many stories are told in our Puranas. You must have heard many Puranas, Shiva Puran, Bhagavad Puran, and Vishnu Puran, and the Brahmanda Puran, Skanda Puran. So many stories come. Now if you take the gist of those stories, what is the moral of the story? Like in Bhagavad Mahapuran, a story comes. There was a king who ruled for 10,000 years the world. After 10,000 years, he handed over his kingdom to his son and went to the forest and did tapasya to know the truth. This is the story. Now, what is the moral of the story? We will say, oh, it's a cock and bull story. Who lives for 10,000 years? That is not the moral of the story. Moral of the story is, even if you are ruling the whole world for 10,000 years, yet you cannot discover fulfillment in your life. See, what we are doing in our life is trying to fulfill our desires. Desire fulfillment is not equal to fulfillment in life. Since childhood, how many desires we have fulfilled? 1, 2, hundreds and thousands of them. But have we ever learned about it? That desire fulfillment does not lead to fulfillment in life. Think, friends. Unless you discover fulfillment in your life, you will be all the time agitated, disturbed, frustrated. Such people are born again and again. See, one event I'll tell you which happened, it's not just imagination. There was one family and a grandchild was born. And the grandchild was extremely attached to his grandmother, his father's mother. Right from childhood, maybe 4 or 5 months onward. Milk he will take only in grandmother's lap. If his own mother gives the milk, he will cry, he will not throw it away. But when grandmother takes, then he will drink the milk. Slowly, slowly, he started living in grandmother's bed only. 6 months, 8 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. Without grandmother, he will not do anything. Then when he became 4 or 5 years old, that time he started dictating, you should not put on this sari, you should put on this sari, you should not talk to that man, you should not do this thing. And it became such a burden for that old lady. Why he is doing like this thing? So, when it continued up to the age of 7, so one day they thought something is wrong somewhere. So they went to some Panditji, they did puja, etc. And the Panditji told, from all this calculation that we have, this child is your ex-husband. Then that old lady started observing his all way of life. What he used to like, how he used to tell the thing, exactly the same thing. Because that old man was so much attached to that lady that he cannot think of leaving her. Therefore, he again came back as a grandson. See? And because you are too much involved with anything or anybody. Therefore, friends, how long are we going to continue this cycle of death and birth? Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jatare shayanam. Same rubbish going on and on and on. We have to discover fulfillment in this very life. Yad gatvana nivartante tadhama paramam mama. We abide in the absolute where having reached, there is no more coming back. This can happen only through inquiry. Na karmana na prajaya dhanena tyage naike amritatva manasho. Not by your children, not by your wealth, not by your achievement, but only by renouncing these wrong notions. We cannot renounce anything. The reason is, nothing belongs to us. One girl came and told me, Swamiji, I am very angry with you. I said, then, talak, talak, talak. I said, Mary Maharani, you tell me, when did you get married to me that you want a divorce? Oh, to get a divorce we have to be married. I said, yes. In the same manner, to give up anything, first it must be yours, is it not? What belongs to you in this world? Start from your own body. Our body is created by our parents. We have not created the body. Who has the first right on our body? The parents. The body never listens to us, and yet I am the body. For this sin, we suffer throughout life. Come to know this truth. And when this becomes clear picture in our life, then we will live in this world very lightly. Don't get involved beyond absolute need. See, friends, we are simultaneously parents and children. To our parents we are children, to our children we are parents. We are more miserable as parents to our children than as children to our parents, is it not? What is the reason? Reason is we accept our parents as they are. Has anybody ever said, I wish my mother was Marilyn Monroe? Because we accept them as they are. Exactly the same way with the kids. Accept them as they are. But no. If your son is going for tennis, my daughter will go for Bharatanatyam. Now in that family, Bharatanatyam is good for Tamilians and South Indians. Those who are from North India, they don't have zero dance in them. But then the child is forced to go. No, you learn Bharatanatyam. And what is Bharatanatyam? Kicking the floor for no fault of ours. And doing the simple thing in complicated way. Normally we do namaskar like this thing. Bharatanatyam namaskar, dhua phura karke, Ram. And there it becomes a competition. And when the child is not ready to learn, we get disgusted, we get frustrated, Let them grow their way. Don't get too much involved in anything or anybody. Then slowly you will learn the most important thing. Before anybody has to tell us, will you please get out? Before that, we must have the wisdom to leave. Our elderly people get most hurt because they cross their limits of involvement in the life of their children. See, it happened one place. One girl, she was carrying for the second time, very close to me. She came somewhere for dinner. And after dinner, she says, Swamiji, I want to talk to you. Please come, we'll walk outside 5 minutes. I said, okay. She was 8 months pregnant. So I took her hand, slowly we were walking. She started crying. I said, what happened now? Finish your crying era, I don't like crying people. Then she said, today I scolded my mother and told her, you go back to India, I don't want you. Then she started crying, I started crying. Then I went to work and I came directly here. So I kept quiet, what can I say? He said, do you know why I said like that? Since she came, every day, she came for helping me in my delivery, but last 3-4 months, only one topic, how my brother's wife is bad. Right from morning it will start, like Ramayana Katha, like daughter-in-law Katha. And I was so fed up. Every day the same topic, again and again talking ill. Finally she said, should I go and kill her or what? As long as they are happy, husband and wife, why you get involved unnecessarily? And she was supposed to be a great teacher, talking to the children and teaching Gita and Upanishad and Yuva Kendra and everything. But personal life, disgusting. Friends, when the children have to tell the elders, will you please shut up? Don't think children are happy to say like that. They are more hurt. But we elders don't understand it. Get involved beyond requirements. We have to set a limit thus far and no further. See, friends. But in our community, in our way of life, one old lady, 98, not out. When I went to their house, first of all I went to that lady, Namaste Mama, how are you, how are you? And a Punjabi lady. Then she says, Swamiji, now you have come, please tell my children they don't listen to me. They are very irresponsible. I said, okay, call them. So she called the children. The children came. The eldest child was retired brigadier. The second child was international CEO of a big company. They had their grandchildren married. And this old lady, she is complaining, my children don't listen to me. That day I discovered one principle. When a girl or a woman becomes a mother, thereafter a child is born, the child grows, but the mother never grows. The mother thinks, even if the child is a grandfather, yet the child doesn't understand anything. See, friends, as the children grow, parents also must grow. They don't grow. Beta, chai pee liya ki nahi? Arey yaar, he's not a baby. Chai pee liya ki nahi? In this manner, don't get involved beyond requirement with anything or anybody. Then you will remain at peace with yourself. Then you have no regrets. You are ever ready. This is not our home. We have come here only for a vacation. You have to go back. Prepare yourself to go back home cheerfully and happily. Then the life is fulfilled. Like when we are pushed out of some place, we get hurt. But when we live on our own, we go happily. In the same manner, live this world cheerfully, happily, on your own. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.